like a little LA, which is kind of weird. But it certainly has blossomed since I first came out here in the late 80s telling people this is the place to be. It really has grown up incredibly.
Right. Yeah, you're definitely right there. There's definitely a lot of rapping out there. But I have to say this, though it is a lot of rapping out there, you played a very important part at pulling in a lot of great talent out of the late 80s into the 90s. Who are some successful songwriters and producers. Today, I speak on one of Dallas Austin is one of them that you pulled in as a songwriter. Also, being responsible for recording artist and singer Lloyd. Please tell us about those moments of pulling these songwriters and spotting talent, because you're kind of like what we called a coming out of the 20th century Berry Gordy.
That's very kind. I don't know, I have an intuition about some things. And when I used to have to stop in Atlanta when I flew from North Carolina to LA. And just noticed that people were really nice here. And there was like 6 things that seemed really crucial here. And I met people who were just talented musically. Like I decided to hang out for a couple of days. And I was amazed that there were so many, especially black kids that lived in middle-class families, 2 parents in the home. Black people were just so economically empowered here in Atlanta even 30 years ago.
Uh-huh.
That kids had time to, most kids could afford a little cheap drum machine and a little tape machine, and they were just doing great music. There was just really nice, talented people here. So I just started looking around, and I guess it's more like a gift from God, just being a magnet to finding people. So Dallas, I guess, was the first really successful writer-producer that I signed. But a funny thing is, I started working with Lloyd when he was 7, because I looked through the phone book for elementary schools. I wanted to find kids that were young who could, so that young girls who were 12 didn't have to only have dudes who were 20 singing to them.
Right.
Yeah, that was important to me. But the funny thing is, so do you know who Sammy is?
Yeah, I do know who Sammy is, yes. I remember when Sammy was young, too.
Yeah, so I had Lloyd and Sammy in the same group initially.
Wow.
Yeah, a year before Sammy blew up. That was funny. I know.
So you was responsible for again, like I said, like a Berry Gordy, finding talent and introducing them to the market. Now, let me just do this real quick, Joyce, is that there's a lot of people listening and even watching this on the podcast saying to themselves, okay, Joyceirby, I'm not familiar with her. Let me break it down to the listening audience who do not know this young woman's credibility in the music business. A lot of you are familiar with the group Climax. They had the hit record, first of all, tons of hit records. One of them was The Men All Pause, which was one. Another one you had Meeting in the Ladies' Room. But everyone really knows Joyce for her Michael Jackson, I'll Be There, Ben type singing style of the song that she did called I Miss You. And Joyce, please correct me if I'm wrong, but a lot of people, even though they knew it wasn't Michael Jackson, but a lot of people compared you to that style. When I Miss You came out in the 80s, like it reminded them of a young Michael Jackson. Tell us a little bit about that time when you wrote that song and that song was out. How much of an impact has that done on you in the music industry as a singer? Because you're a bass player. You started out in the business as a musician, a bass player.
Yeah, with George Clinton, I was playing bass and, hanging out with P-Funk, and that's a far cry from I Miss You. And actually, I did the track for the Men All Pause, but Lynn, our keyboard player, wrote I Miss You, and I wasn't even supposed to sing it.
Right.
But a couple of years earlier, I think Jimmy Jam had suggested, like, y'all, that I should sing and not just play bass.
Really?
Felt like my voice. Yeah, that's the only reason I got a chance to sing was because Jimmy Jam was like, she needs to sing. She has a good pop voice.
Right.
So make a long story short, I did the record. The record, the song blew up, and the funny thing is, people would make the Michael Jackson comparison, which is incredible, and it's such an honor. But then Michael's dad, Joe, approached me one time and said he was a little bothered by it.
Uh-huh.
And he said, this is a true story. We were on Sunset Boulevard at a club called Carlos and Charlie's, and he said, you know, the kids at the house complaining about the record. And I was like, okay, hold it. So I sound like a girl, right? He's like, yep. I said, and didn't Mike sound like a girl? He said, yep. I said, case closed. There's nothing I can do about that.
Right.
And he didn't have anything else to say, but I understand why people got the comparison for the early Michael, because almost any young guy who sings at that age sounds like a girl.
Exactly,
so
yeah.
It's a wonderful compliment. And to this day, when we do concerts, it's like people sing. I don't even have to hardly sing. They're singing all the words, and it almost makes me cry. It's so beautiful that it means something to them, even to this day. It's such an honor.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I remember hearing that song, too, back then when I was young. At the time, we had Frankie Crockenham here in New York City Radio, WBLS, and Vaughn Harper, and it was the most played song on Black radio, which was a Black-owned station back then, all the time. And we just knew something was happening big with this group. Now, let me kind of give an insight to everybody, too, about the group. And speaking of Terry Lewis and Jimmy Jam, is that they actually produced you young ladies' first album when they actually got on the scene. And the group was bigger than that back then. Now, for everybody who don't know, this is an all-female band. And I have to say, the first all-female funk pop rock band that we was able to see, like, these women really can play. I mean, just being honest, because, you know, you have certain bands where they had to have men in the band to kind of dominate, you know.
Oh, yeah.
You know, but y'all was the first band that was like, look, we giving Rick James and everybody a run for their money. What you talking about, Willis? You know what I'm saying? It's like y'all was in there.
You know what's funny?
Yeah.
What's funny is when I wrote the track, when I cut the track for The Men All Pause, I said, I want to get a track that hits hard like Rick James.
Oh, right.
That was my goal.
Wow. Yeah, and back then, at the time, Rick James and guys like Princeton was really those guys on the scene, you know, as far as like in competition and fun competition with bands and having musicians out there play again. The question I want to ask you now, look, Joyce, listen. I know me and you're not friends yet, but we're going to be friends in a minute because you have to talk to me, Joyce. You have to talk to me. What is the situation with Climax? Because now I'm starting to see a Temptation thing over here going on. I know I've seen you. I've seen you on the road. I know you're on the road. For those who don't know, Joyce is on the road with her band, her version of Climax. And please, if you can, you know, be as honest as you can. Are you women connected? Because at one point we thought, Climax is getting ready to connect. It's getting ready to happen. Then all of a sudden, it doesn't happen with Bernadette and everybody in the band. Please, can you give us an insight on what's the situation with the original members, you ladies of Climax?
Let me give you the short version. Mm-hmm. And just for those who want more detail, ultimately, I just finished my memoir, I'd Still Say Yes.
Oh, okay.
It's all in detail, and I finished it like 3 months ago. It's not out yet. I'm figuring out what to do, but it's very detailed in there. But I'm 100% honest. It started when we first split up. Then I did my solo deal, and I asked Bernadette to come and produce some songs on me. She did that. That was cool. Mm-hmm. VH1 called and said, we want you guys to do this thing called Bands Reunited. And in the early 2000s, nobody wanted to do any performances but me. So I called everybody, do you guys want to play? Everybody's like, no. But then Cheryl Cooley, the guitar player, said, I want to perform. I said, okay. So she was in L.A., and I had a place in L.A. and a place in Atlanta. So I met with her, and I was like, so listen. She said she wanted to be in charge of putting the band together. I said, okay, you do that, and I'll fly back and forth. And we'll rehearse 3 or 4 days at a time, and I can fly at least 3 times a month for rehearsal if I need to. It's not a problem.
Right.
Because at the time, my income was, consistent, and I knew I could do that. So a couple of months later, I checked with Cooley, and she said she was almost crying on the phone talking about, well, the girls I had, they don't want to do it, so we're not going to be able to do anything. I was like, okay, that's too bad. So I went back, and I think I was like working with Lloyd or something, trying to get him going. And the next thing I know, she's doing shows as Climax by herself, the guitar player.
Sure.
No person Yeah, with no person that ever sang a note on any Climax record ever. So that was strike one. Then they called us for the VH1 thing, Bands Reunited. So it was every original member, Lynn, Lorena, Robin, Bernadette, and me, except we said we're not going to perform with Cheryl Cooley, because we had also found out she tried to copyright the name for her own use, so none of us could ever use it.
What? Oh, wait a minute. That's shady.
That's right. Yeah.
Wow.
That's right, too. And two of the young ladies I played with now actually played with us on the VH1 thing and played with the other originals when we were all together. So then me and Bernadette, Lynn said the keyboard player, she didn't want to do any gigs. So, and then we couldn't find Robin. So Bernadette, Lorena, who sings Meeting in the Ladies' Room, and I, and a couple of the girls I work with now were like, okay, let's go out and do work together. So we did that for a few years. And then about 5 years ago, Bernadette said she didn't want to work with any of us. She just wanted to do her own thing. So she started doing this thing called a diva and a turntable. And that, you know, she decided to change it and just be Climax by herself.
Whoa.
Okay, so I'm back writing and recording and doing other stuff like this it's just started to degrade the value of what Climax could be.
Yeah, I mean, because that's the way we look at it. I mean, at least the true fans, I mean, that's the way they see it. It's like, I mean, come on. I mean, we definitely want to see whatever members that are left who, I mean, of course, you're very, very, very important fact, because you sang the most of the hit songs on the album, but it's just the combination of all the ladies and this combination of women who embarked on introducing themselves as true musicians and artists in the music industry, and for us to not see it come together at this time and day and age. I mean, like you said, it is kind of sad because we're music lovers and we're music fans of you women work separately and even together. We don't have a problem with y'all doing things separately. You know, that's
it's like committing fraud on people, and I wouldn't do it for a long time. And finally, I said, if Cheryl Cooley's got other people out there singing my songs, not sounding like me, I'm getting hate mail on Facebook. I'm like, listen, it's not me.
Wow.
I would love to come, and because I've offered to come to some places and sing for nothing, so people could hear me sing the songs that they want to sing.
But,
you know,
but let me ask you something. But can't you stop her? Well, I guess you can't stop her because she's legally, I guess, bound to use the name as well, as long as it's her name connected to it. Yes.
Yeah, the original members, at least as of right now, can all legally use the name, but the caveat is supposed to be, we're supposed to identify that and not try to fool the audience. And what Cheryl Cooley does is says, you know, it's Climax featuring Cheryl Cooley, and then she says the 80s all-girl band with the hits, blah, 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 blah. The people who just don't have no daggone hits, they don't have no hits. They ain't sing a note.
That's fraud. That's fraud right there.
It's fraud.
Let me tell y'all something. Ladies and gentlemen, this is Joyceirby Phoner on the phone right now. Let me explain something to y'all. If you hear that Climax is coming to town featuring Cheryl Cooley, and it says the original 80s band, stop, take your money, take it back, because this is not the original. I'm not trying to stop Cheryl's work. I'm just saying don't fraud the audience when the audience want to see the collective. That's just me. That's just me.
Yeah, no, it's fraud. And so I even, you know, it's so ridiculous, but something in my heart just said, Joyce, just go sing, and let people know this is not all the originals.
Yeah.
But
wow.
For people who want to hear, especially some of the stuff like I Miss You and I'd Still Say Yes, you know, and even, you know, shoot, I sing the menopause. So, I kept trying, and I've always been open to us all working together, that people have their reasons, and I respect those reasons, and I realize they don't have nothing to do with me. That's their issue, whatever their issue is.
Yeah, that's just so sad. That's really sad, Joyce. I'm hoping that one day that you get on the phone, or they get on the phone with you, and everybody get on the phone and say, look, man, we could definitely do it. Let's make the fans happy, because we see the love, because they sending you hate mail. So obviously the fans know exactly, like, you know what I'm saying, what they want.
I mean, Yeah, but it's not hate mail aimed at me. It's frustration
Right? Yeah,
of
yeah.
I thought you right.
Yeah, exactly. Of not knowing, like, wait a minute, somebody's singing your song and they doing it horrible. Cheryl Cooley got a horrible person singing your song. So, like, we need to put a stop to this and really see you ladies get back together. Hopefully that will happen. Real quick before I let you go. First of all, and again, for people who don't know, Joyce had a single out where she signed with Motown Records, and she had a song out called Mr. DJ
Oh yeah.
with one of my friends, one of my good friends still today, Dougie Fresh. Any more collaborations you planning to do with Dougie?
You know, I don't know. We're talking about it. We spent a lot of time together last year at the Magic City Classic, and Dougie talked to me for about 40 minutes about Joyce. You let go of your momentum. You should never have stopped. You let go of your momentum. So,
Dougie.
you know, like he's my dad. It's so cute. But he was right.
Yeah.
He was right. So I spent the last year and a half just stockpiling, recording. And I just actually re-released. I did a re-record of I Miss You and I'd Still Say Yes, the anniversary edition.
Mm-hmm.
Check it out like on Spotify or whatever. But I want to tell people I'm banking up lots of stuff recording. And for anybody who would like a free, like in May, I'm going to send out maybe the first 50 pages of my memoir for free to anybody who wants it. They just have to go to Climax FM, as in FM radio, climaxfm.com, and you'll see something that says Editor's Alley, and just put in your email address. And when I start sending out my preview in May, whoever puts their email preview.
Okay. All right. Well, cool. Well, say it one more time because you dropped out, Joyce. One more time.
Okay. It's Climax FM, like FM radio, climaxfm.com is the website. Or you can do joyceirby.com. It goes the same place, and there's a tag that says Editor's Alley. If you click that and put in your email address, you will get like the first 50 pages of my book, I'd Still Say Yes, as a preview next month in May. I'm going to start sending those out to see what people think about it.
All right, well, cool. Well, great. Well, you know what? Speaking of I Say Yes, I'm going to let you go now, but I Say Yes is a song that Joyce did. And for those who don't know how the song go, I'm going to try to sing it, Joyce. Hold on. It goes, because I still say yes to you again. Yo, you and Howard Hewitt together on a record was a butter joint to do. And you actually regrouped with them again on a single you had out last year called Because of You.
Because we're still going to be cutting some stuff together.
Wow,
that's my buddy.
That is great. I mean, you hit it on the head. You said real R&B. Not to disrespect a lot of stuff that's out there today, but please, everybody, you new R&B artists, if you need some help to figure out how to write and arrange like with bridges and stuff, call Joyce. I mean, she's a songwriter herself, right? I'm being honest, Joyce, for real, because you know I talk with Patty Austin, and Patty Austin teach people how to she teach vocal lessons, and you know, and we talking about Patty Austin. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
like
she's amazing.
Exactly. So if you need vocal lessons, go to the great Patty Austin. If you need some great writing capability, hit Joyceirby up, y'all, and let's get some real R&B music back out there. You know what I'm saying? Because we miss it and we love it. But I tell you one thing, Joyce, I want to see you in New York City. You think your peoples and them can make something happen in New York City real soon?
Listen, hey, Bobby, let me tell you something. If you find a radio station that does a concert anywhere in New York, and they will give me a plane ticket in the hotel room for a night, I will come up there and just sing for free so people can hear my voice. You know, I'm gonna get on the phone, Joyce. I swear to God, I'm gonna get on the phone because we need to have you in New York and see you and do your thing. Joyce, I thank you so much. I appreciate you taking the time to do this phone call with me. Ladies and gentlemen, she's going to say to you one more time where you can purchase the music, and she's going to be giving out free copies of samples of her memoirs. Hit them once again, Joyce, on that. Oh, yeah, climaxfm.com. There's some free music downloads on our site, too. So check it out. There's some free music, and just get on the mailing list.
There you go.
We'll have you hooked up.
There
Appreciate
you go.
man.
No problem. Come on, Joyce. I've been waiting to do this. So now I'm going to get on the phone and wait to get you in New York City because honestly, we definitely love you. We love the music. Please keep it coming. Let's show our love and respect to our legends and our artists who open the doors for us and still open the doors. Just because we know some things don't mean we know everything. Understand?
And listen, the longer I live, the more I know. I still don't know much at all.
There
It's
you go.
amazing.
So we all learning from each other. We appreciate you, Joyce. Thank you so much. And looking forward to reading that memoir and new music from you coming in the future too. Okay?
All right, talk soon, Bobby. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Ladies and gentlemen, the one and only Joyce Finderella. Irby's in the building. We'll be back. Don't move nowhere, y'all. Check it. Joyce.
That was great, man. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem. Listen, I need you to do me a favor real quick before I let you go.
Okay.
I need you to do me 2 drops.
Okay.
The drops is going to be, I still need a drop for you, for your song, the recent one that you did with Howard Hewitt, Because of You.
Howard, because you.
Because you. So you just do, hey, what's up, y'all? This is Joyceirby, and you're checking out my latest single. You know, you hook it up yourself. And the call letters are 101.9.
Okay.
So you can say, hey, this is Joyceirby, and you're checking out my latest single with Howard Hewitt, Because of You, on you can say on the Bobby Simmons show on 101.9.
Okay, wait a second. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
So whenever you're ready, because we can cut it up.
Okay, cool. All right. Hey guys, it's Joyceirby. Please check out my latest single with Howard Hewitt called Because You on the Bobby Simmons Show at 101.9.
There you go, and y'all better show some love to her too. This is Climax. All right, I need one more.
Okay.
It'll be the call letters. So you'll same thing again. Hey, Joyce, and you can actually say from the group Climax too. You can say that one too.
Okay, I will.
Yeah, and you can say, and you're checking out the Bobby Simmons Show on. You could put Party 101.9.
All right, wait a second. Mm-hmm. Okay, cool. Hey guys, it's Joyceirby from Climax. You're checking out the Bobby Simmons Show on Party 101.9.
There you go. This will be the last one. You pick it. Either you pick it or you could just say, here's a throwback from Climax. Yeah, we play all your stuff. We play Men on Pause, and I do a slow jam segment, so we play I Miss You and all that. So you could just say, hey, this is Joyceirby from the group Climax, and you're checking out one of Climax throwbacks on the Bobby Simmons Show, Party 101.9.
Okay. Hey, everybody, check out... Okay, no. Hey, okay, no. This is Joyceirby from Climax. Check out one of our classic throwbacks right here on the Bobby Simmons Show, Party 101.9.
Perfect. There you go, Joyce. Thank you so much. And
thank you, Bobby. Oh, and check out, because I just did 2 re-records. I'd Still Say Yes and I Miss You, and I think the vocal is so much stronger.
Okay. So you know what? I'll go get those and put that in the program. And so
if you can give me your email address, I'll just email them to you.
Okay, cool. So you know what? I'll text it to you.
Okay.
I can text it to you right now, and then send it to me, and then we can put it in the library, and then I could play I could play the throwback version of I Miss You, and then I'll play the new version of I Say Yes, and we could do it like that.
Yeah, or of either, because I got new versions of both of them, so it doesn't matter. Just, if you think either one of them are good, then throw them on from time to time. If not, it's cool.
No, I'm gonna do that anyway. So, all right, cool. So I'm gonna text you now, and then once my engineer cut this is gonna be on iTunes podcast. So we'll send you the link where everybody, and you can use it to put on your site, whatever, so people can listen to the interview. And iHeartRadio. So we'll send you all the links, so where people, if they want to hear the interview, can click on and stuff like that. Okay. So
Bobby, you're doing the right thing because you got the hype and everything. So you go with it.
Thank you so much. And I swear to God, I promise, I'm going to talk to some of my people in New York and see what we got happening there. Actually, I got a guy who used to he's big. He's really, you probably know him. Sal from the Fever. He handled a lot of the rap artists and worked with Russell Simmons. And he does a lot of old school concerts at Radio City Music Hall. So let me talk to him to see to see what he got coming up, because he I mean literally he does a lot. I'm talking about he called Taylor Dane. He calls like everybody, Tone Loc, Jody Wilder, he calls them all. So let me.
Oh yeah, no, that would be great.
Yeah,
That'd be great.
yeah. Let me call him and see what he got coming up for September, October, and if he got something happening with that, I'll connect you and him together, and then y'all just work it out.
Okay.
I'll let him know when y'all work it out. But I could definitely call some people though to get you in New York. I'm
That'll be
guaranteeing that.
great. 'Cause listen, man, I've had so many great experiences there, and the energy of the city is good for me from time to time.
Well,
Keep me up.
I promise you, I can do that for you. At least I always tell people what I can do and what I cannot do. Calling promoters in New York City, I can do that. That's not a problem. That's
Oh, and you know what I'll do too? I'll send you when I get your email address. I'll just send a little link of like a 3-minute thing of a concert we just did with Teddy Riley.
I saw that picture. Yeah. Send me that.
I'll send
Yeah.
you a link just for anybody doing shows because I want them to know because a lot of older groups don't sound the same. My voice sounds the same, and I'm trying to use it as long as God blesses me with it.
There you go.
So,
Well, like I said, I can definitely promise you that. So I'm gonna text it to you now, and then
okay.
once we get this cut up, I send this to you. Okay?
All right. Appreciate you, Bobby. Have a great day.
You too. Thank you so much.
Thank you, man. All
Bye-bye.
right. Bye.
Okay. Oh no, we good. We don't even have no garbage. We ain't got no pail. Yep.
Oh, you done?
Yeah, we don't have no pail. That's all right. That was Rick. Okay, so we good. That was good. Okay, I called her. She's the 4-4, right?